I thought I'd do one of those little pre-videos like I've done before. Yep. I got an idea for a new concept of metal detection. I'm going to spend some more money. Some more money I haven't got. Well, sort of. I like to spend at least 50% of what I earn from YouTube on buying things. And last month I earned what did I earn last month? About £600 ish. Give or take the ad revenue, the Patreon, so that's about 60-ish, and I get some people give me money on PayPal, give me little tips. Cheers, people. All right, cheers the people who give me tips. So yeah, I'm gonna spend about half of that on something. But what it is you can get these. You ever seen like when the men come to dig up your road, they're looking for pipes and they wander along with these things, long things about so long, with zigzags on the bottom, and they're called pipe locators, right? These pipe locators. And what they do is when they're looking for the pipes, well, everyone knows that modern pipes are made of like polypropylene and plastic, so these detectors, they don't detect the actual pipe because the pipes are plastic. But what they do detect is when they finish working on the pipes, they bury a little wire, a little thin wire, 1.5 millimeters thick, a little thin wire with the pipe, so that when they walk along with their detection things, pipe detectors, pipe locators I think they're called, they pick up this little tiny thin wire, and this little thin wire can be detected like a metre deep or even deeper, which is incredible. So I'm thinking, well, what if I approach one of these guys, or if you know anyone with who's a builder, or not builder, a road worker, service people, electric water board, you know, so if they got one, bury a horseshoe about 3 feet deep in your garden, right? You know, dig a big hole and bury it right down, and then put this machine over it to see if it can detect a horseshoe. Because these machines, they're magnetometers, right? So they only detect iron. But if I'm walking around with my GPX and I'm finding signals that I know are super deep, and my CTX, I put that over and it sees nothing because they're so deep that it don't even detect it. If I go over something and it detects it with the GPX, if I then went over it with this machine and it detected nothing, then I would know that the object down there would have to be non-ferrous, so coppery bronze, because it didn't detect it. But if it did detect it, then I know it would be iron. But if I detect a signal that's like 3 feet deep, an iron signal that's 3 feet deep, then it would have to be something of significance. It would have to be really old for it to be 3 feet deep. So it could be something like an Anglo-Saxon horseshoe, or a hippicanthus, Roman horseshoe. It's called a hippie something. And that could be a Roman horseshoe, or even a Saxon horseshoe, or it could be like when I detected that spearhead. It could be another spear, it could be a sword, it could be anything. But anything, a piece of iron that's going to be 3 feet deep, it's going to be worth digging out, isn't it? Because it's going to be old, at least. And if I dug like maybe 3 or 4 of those signals a day, I think statistically, and I like my statistics, statistically it would have to be something half decent. Or if it didn't detect it, then it might be coppery bronze. It could be something spectacular, like a Roman dish, or an axe head, or something. So that's the thinking. So if you know anyone who's got one of these pipe locators, right, bury a horseshoe about 3 feet deep, well, make it 2.5 feet deep, because that's about as far as you can reach without having to dig a huge hole. and then put it down there, fill the soil back in, and see if the locator will locate the horseshoe. Anyway, that's my idea. You can get them second hand on eBay for about 200, but I thought, you know, if you're going to do it, may as well get something that's really sort of up to date and new. But the thing is, it will show you the exact depth of the object, the exact depth, exactly. So it could be very worthwhile getting. And if it didn't detect anything, then it would have to be non-ferrous, which is coppery bronze. Anyway, my coffee's getting cold. And I think I got my vaporizer as well. So I'm going to have a couple of cups of coffee, a puff on my vaporizer, and I'm going to get back to it. I've already found some epic relics, and I'm going to hopefully find some more in the snow, because it's been snowing. I get the machine, and when I got the signal, I go bang like that with the coil, and it leaves a perfect impression, and I know exactly where to dig. Woohoo! Right, I'm going to finish my coffee, have a few puffs, and then you get back on it.